Hi, this video is regarding if you get into trouble replacing your ABS pumps on 2010 Lexus RX 450h. Same applies to a 2008 and up Highlander. So it's basically second gen Highlander. And the trouble is we had an ABS booster, and the client has replaced an actuator. And I replaced the booster. There is no sound whatsoever, which tells me the fuses are blown, because usually there's some screaming. Even if it's a bad pump, it still makes some noise. So the culprit is in here, in the fuse box. There's two fuses. Those are linkable, fusible links. And so it's either this one has an ABS relay in here, not relay, but a blown contact. It's a 50 amp, and here 50 amp. I don't know which one it is. You kind of almost can see it, but not sure. And then so many times with these fusible links, you actually have to pull them out to make sure that they're not blown. And this car makes it especially hard to get to. So, and I've been going nuts just trying to get to these, because these, they not just regular plug-in fuses, they are bolted from within, and they thought it's never gonna probably come to that, to replacing it, so they make it extremely difficult to access it. So this is a Lexus linkable fusible link, and let's see here. So this is basically how it looks. And if one of these pop inside, it's hard to see it. Sometimes it's obvious, and sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's missing here, the whole piece, and sometimes it's barely there. You kind of have to look at very close, and by being there, you cannot really tell. But I've been in this place before, and it's been years, and I can't remember how I split the box. So the point comes to, you have to go there, and it's attached by 3 bolts. Where you see the holes, that's where they go in. So it is extremely hard to get to, or if you don't know how to, that's where the problem is. This is why I'm making this video. If somebody gets into this place and you ran out of options, this might help you out. So what I did is I took bolts here, 1, 2, down there, 3, and this box supposed to split right in the middle. Let me see, like right about here. There's some tabs, and advertently you're probably gonna break them, because there's really no good way to get to them. But if you can, just shimmy them, probably lube it a little bit, and get it out of that way. So the box starts to split. There's a couple of them behind, and also there's a bunch of connectors. I'll show later where they go. I took off. So this is, I finally split the box, and it looks like it's almost opening, but there's still some hesitancy. So I went right here. There was a zip tie. You cut it off, and there's a rubber seal going over this. So I kind of pried it up and set it to the side. So now it can be moved. Also, another place right here, it has a splitter, like it's supposed to pop here. So I jiggled with it, tried everything, and it finally came off there. So now it's movable, and hopefully I can get to it. Let me go and see if it opens. So I opened the box. It starts to split. So this area where the fuses are, they made to slide down. So if you the box is loose, press it down, and it should stay in there. Oh. All right, let's see if I can do this. So this adventure continues. Got apart the box, got to the fusible linkage part, and from the looks of it, it looks like you can't do anything because it's bolted, but if you look close, this panel is moving, so it can be removed. I just have to figure out how it's coming off, and then it would be the bolts would be accessible from there for the fusible linkage, as I showed before. It's bolted in 3 places right there, so you have to remove them and won't just slide it. Don't know why I would save myself a lifetime just not being this kind of design. I guess being a 50 amp kind of fuses on each of them probably requires a better connector so they wouldn't move, but faulty logic, I don't know. This gives trouble. So it took less than an hour to replace the ABS booster, and it will take, this is my second day at this with no information, and I've done it before and I just couldn't remember. I just remember a lot of cursing and a lot of frustration. But this is the point of this video. If I could save somebody a day of work, that would be great. I mean, once you know, it's much easier. But when you have to figure out, the time just goes and goes and you get frustrated. So I think I found a release on the back of this. So this is the box. Kind of slide everything. That's mess everywhere. But here it is. If you pry these wires apart, right there, there's a release tab. I think that will do. Let me try it out and see in a moment. All right, so it slid because of wires going this way and that way. It's kind of, you can't slide. Oh, it's not worth actually going to taking apart. As long as you slide it past these 2 guys, actually 3, you have an access. All right, let's get to it. Just a note also for easy access, this is an inverter fluid tank bracket, so basically goes here, right there. Remove it prior to taking the box so you have more room, and on the bottom right here between the inverter and the body there is another bracket. Just remove it and it gives you a better access. You can kind of fold whatever you take off underneath so it wouldn't get in your way.